Obi and Kwankwaso just left the ADC. How did their exit come to you, and how do you react to their exit from the coalition?
The exit of His Excellency Peter Obi and His Excellency Obi Kwankwaso came to me with some pains, in the sense that from the beginning, though unannounced, I had been part of the process of the coalition. So our expectations were that, we'll all be in it to the end, particularly given the assault that was coming from the government against the coalition. And I knew and I believe that the best that can happen to the coalition is unity, pulling together and seeing it to the end. So when their departure came, I was like, is it that they didn't think it through, that they were going into a coalition? Is it that they didn't believe in the vision that they had before moving for the coalition? But politics is what it is. It's a game of interest.
All right. Apart from APC's government interference, as alleged by Peter Obi himself, he also said that the ADC has been plagued by internal crisis and toxic political environment. He also pointed to worsening factional battles within the party, deep suspicion, and growing lack of unity in the ADC. Are his reasons cogent? And what really do you think, from your own point of view?
From my own point of view, and from my placement in the whole setup, I can't locate the allegation. I read this too, but I cannot locate them. We were in Ibadan for a summit where we tried to expand the scope of political actors and the parties that have been involved in the coalition. This didn't feature because in the secretariat of the summit, it was a mix. You had the PDP, you had the Obedience, you had the ADC, and all of us to a level work together. You cannot remove internal conflicts completely. You can't wish it away and you can't wash it off. But it depends all on the management of this reality. So when His Excellency Peter Obi spoke about toxicity, I was like, where did I miss it? Because I can't find it. Because to this moment, there are people who are obedient, who have refused to leave the ADC. There are Kwankwaseers who have refused to leave the ADC, even as we are seated here, and who are still relating. There are those who feel that, oh no, they want to go with their boss, which is expected. But there are those who are still saying that, no, we believe that this coalition will be better off than the NDC. So that's the situation. But to be honest with you, and I want to be proven wrong and I want to be challenged on this, when His Excellency Peter Obi spoke to toxicity, he didn't, if you remember, he didn't put example. He didn't say, oh, like this and this and this happened. You see, when you try to fuse a group of different persuasions, you understand? For instance, there are things that the CPC angle of the APC, who are in the coalition, will bring up that will be strange to somebody who is coming from the People's Democratic Party, for instance. There's what the people coming from Kwankwaso movement will bring up that will be strange to what people who are coming from Accord or the other political parties will be saying that, oh, what is the meaning of this? It now depends on our ability to manage through. So I think that what eminent personalities like Peter Obi, like Kwankwaso, like Amechi, like Atiku, who put their mind on is how to fuse the group together. Because where they are going to, is it born in heaven? No. The same complaints that they are giving here, they will meet those challenges. So maybe, okay, because there are fewer parties going there, they will say that they can manage through. You understand? But it all depends on the kind of the personalities that are going to get involved with. So it's not about running away. It's not about jumping or just saying that, oh, I have to go. You understand? You must stay somewhere and face the internal challenges so that you can help Nigerians who are out there, who are suffering as we speak.
There are those who argue that His Excellency P2B may be scared of contest. They alluded to all the times he has flown the flags of different parties, that he had really not contested the primaries. Do you share that sentiment that maybe he's afraid of contest?
It's not about whether I share this sentiment or I don't share it. People are looking at your trajectory. So I think those who apply that argument believe that looking at his trajectory from the various political parties, for instance, personally, we were in PDP together. I didn't like his manner of leaving the party, because he could have stayed in there and fought it out. And I also don't like the manner in which he has left the ADC as well. But politics is about choices, and it's also about interests. So it's about the choices you make. If they align with your interests and you believe that they will fetch you, you understand, your desires, oh, so be it, because it is personal. So for me as an individual, I have not foreclosed the working together of the opposition personalities and their parties, because things change and every election comes with different waves. So I have not foreclosed personally the possibility of a working together.
From what you just said now and what has also happened now, where do you situate the Ibadan Summit?
Ibadan Summit has not been, Ibadan Summit still has a life. Yeah, particularly those of us in the secretariat, whether on interpersonal note or on the political note, there are still some levels of communication. So Ibadan Summit has not been shut down, to the best of my understanding and my working relationship and knowledge of what is going on. I don't think that the Ibadan Summit has been dismissed. I don't believe so.
Do you still believe that the parties, that initial agreement to probably field one candidate that they will all rally around, do you think is still alive?
Well, that would depend largely on the principal actors of the political parties. But personally, looking at what is happening in the party and viewing the political realities of our nation, I will not foreclose it. I believe that maybe perhaps in one way or the other we can still get there.
Okay, Yusuf, that Baba met strongly criticized Obi's defection to NDC. He described Obi's decision to live in the middle of an internal crisis as not a hallmark of a great leadership.
I have said this earlier, that I do not think that living in a situation of crisis is tidy. I have said that earlier on. But, I've also said that politics starts from the personal score before it is enlarged to how you can help the society. You must, particularly partisan politics, you must convince yourself on what you want to use it for. So that's the starting point. So if you have decided that you want to help the people, if you have decided that you want to uplift the downtrodden, then when you meet challenges on the way, you cannot shut out the entire plan and say you are very enough. I don't subscribe to that. In my place where I come from, we will say it, if you permit me, that when you are going to the market, 130 Ariwoja, that is, when you are going to the market, you don't listen to the haggling in the market space, because you have a mind on what you want to go and achieve and where you are going to. So because of that, you concentrate your mind towards what you left home to go and purchase. You understand? So it's not about the noise, it's not about the haggling of the marketplace. So I don't think that at every point in time when you face contention within your political space, you leave the space and move on. No. Those of us who left the PDP, for instance, we came to a conclusion, which is still valid today, that the way the party was going, there was no headway. Because at every point in time in which suggestions were made on how we could make a headway, is either turned down by side A or it is turned down by side B. And on account of that, when you can no longer find the point of the tangential point, that meeting point, where people must agree to work together. But if you look at the circumstances that happened in the ADC, Most of the leaders were not even aware that this was going to happen. And there were no concerns raised at any point in time that on account of what this person has done to me or what this group has done to me, I'm leaving. Just a walk away. I don't think that is tight. And honestly, to this moment, I feel pained.
Look, that he also thought that Obi and Kwankwaso's combination may not really sell in the North. That he said doesn't think that the North will really rally around Obi and Kwankwaso. Do you think that sentiment is correct in the light of the political realities now?
You know that that would be judgmental on my side. And politics is a process. You understand? And for me, we are just at the starting point. The waves have not gathered.
All right. Many pundits are saying that legal battles might affect the participation of ADC in the 2027 elections. What's your take?
We've heard that. But I think the most troubling moment of the ADC has passed. And what was the most troubling moment? The most troubling moment was at the point in which the names of the principal actors of the party, the national chairman, the national secretary, was withdrawn from the INEC portal. And the totality of the leadership of the party was withdrawn from the INEC portal. And for us in the ADC, we believe that the court didn't give that order. So we tend to blame my brother, Johansi Amkwiton, that he acted unconstitutionally. So, and that was generated the furor.